me for making money off of his book because he made like $1 million off his book.
Yeah, right.
And they're like, oh, you're a part of the problem now.
Yeah, no, his part of the problem happened in legislation, not in the book part.
I think
that's pretty honest, actually, the book, because most of them get paid out the ass.
I think the idealistic perspective of what he was trying to do makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah, well, that's why they pick a guy, and he's the guy that's allowed to say that. But he ain't going to back it up.
Well, they were worried that he was going to. They were worried that he was going to be able to make it into the actual White House, which is why they sabotaged him in the primaries.
Yeah.
They were worried. And
but
that's
don't
why
worry, he would have thrown it.
My first attacks. When CNN said that my show was sexist and racist and transphobic,
you know those
and
Bernie
homophobic
bros. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a catchphrase, a Bernie bro.
Right. You turn him into a scumbag. You turn him into like a clown, a Bernie bro.
Well, you get an identity. See, identity politics, the great part of that is you can take, instead of talking about shit that matters, you know, the economics, let's say.
Right.
You can talk about shit that doesn't matter, which is your outer shell.
Yeah.
And you can pretend, and you can turn the superficial into the most, and that's where we live now.
Yes.
In MK retard land.
Yeah.
I mean, gold, I could see how they start using gold. It works.
Well, it's not as old as I thought it was, which kind of throws my whole fucking theory into a monkey
Can't
wrench.
spell gold without old. That's what we say in the gold business.
It still doesn't make sense to me that even thousands of years ago we all agreed on these stupid metal coins. But it does make sense that you kind of need something. Like if it just logically.
They probably had a prehistoric Jekyll Island where the cave J.P. Morgan and the rest of the boys met. And then they're like, we're going to use gold from now on.
You know, it used to be salt. They used to go to war for salt.
That's why I never believe, and I think it's not true about salting the earth to make crops not grow. Like, can you imagine you're Roman and they're like, you got done with the battle, like, all right, we're going to dump, let's say your pay.
Right.
Can we not dump my paycheck on the earth? Like, the rain's going to wash it away.
Salt was worth so much money because you could preserve meat with it. Otherwise, you couldn't have meat because they didn't have refrigeration. So they would take everything, they would cover with salt. So salt kills bacteria.
I should probably eat more salt to preserve my meat.
Well, people think that salt lowers your makes your blood pressure higher. There's like so much stupid shit that's connected with salt.
It turned out was the thing where they pay to pretend it's not that, you know, like your fructoses and your...
Well, it got lumped into that whole thing where they were trying to connect saturated fat and heart disease because the sugar companies.
Once you live through when they flip the polls on what's good and bad like several times.
Well, that one's documented, right? Because that one they bribed scientists. The sugar industry bribed scientists to lie. And so that flipped it on. And then they were looking for other reasons why people were getting fat, and other reasons why people were having hypertension and all these different things. And salt got thrown into the mix there. But the problem is salt's an essential mineral. It's like a very important thing for